freshest, you bitch.
It's okay to take a vacation. It's okay to take a day where you're just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing anything. We all have days like that, right? You just want to take that day. You want to take a day to yourself. You want to put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and you don't want to be bothered. You turn off your phone. You just turn your music on. You put your phone on airplane mode, and you put on your favorite fucking podcasts, your favorite movies. You just want to be lazy. But you know what's crazy? There's people that do that shit every fucking day. There's somebody watching this right now. Right now. And I'm not judging you. But there's somebody watching this right now who's lazy as fuck. Lazy. And your laziness does not come over the course of just one day, 1 week. It compounds. You take that one day where you're just like, you don't want to be bothered, that turns into 2 days. It turns into weeks and seasons and then years. And the next thing you look up, damn, it's been 5 fucking years and you haven't done a fucking thing productive. I'm a 40-year-old man originally from the Bay Area, and I'm going to say a couple of things that are going to be hard to hear, but they'll make your life better. You have to decide in life what you want to compound. When you decide to be lazy, because being lazy is easy. It's easy. It's easy you're supposed to wake up at 7 and you decide to wake up at 10. You go to bed every night, late, 2 a.m., and you wake up at 10 a.m. every single morning. You could have went to the gym, but you decided not to. You said, nope, I ain't working out today. Laziness is deciding to order DoorDash rather than get your ass up and go in that kitchen and go make a meal, something healthy. Laziness is deciding to order Burger King rather than take your ass in that kitchen and decide to make something healthy. Laziness is deciding to just work at the same job for over 10 years. You might just be a fucking cashier at Starbucks or some shit, a barista. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But your ass could have been a store manager by now. But you know, nah, I'm just gonna keep my head down. And you watch so many different store managers come in that damn store. You've been there 10 years. And you say, oh, I could have did a better job then, but you don't even want to take the initiative that it takes to level up in your life. That's what laziness does, and it compounds, man. Don't get me wrong. I know what it is to be on my ass. I know what it is to have a couple of years where I'm barely making over $40,000 a year. I barely can pay my rent. I'm behind on all my bills. I'm talking about so broke where a haircut used to hurt. It used to hurt me to have to pay that $40, $50 to get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Where you're at the damn register at the grocery store and you're praying that bitch go through. Or if it don't go through, all right, we'll take this off and take that off. I know what that feels like. So I'm not sitting here telling you from a high place. I've been a lazy dude before, but I wasn't lazy that long. I'm going to tell you this. Why do I know laziness compounds? Because I have people very close to me that have decades. We're talking about decades of laziness. We're talking about a whole lifetime. They have done absolutely nothing substantial. Nothing. We're talking about going from your 20s into your 60s, and you're still just as lazy as you were at 20 as you are at 60. I've seen old friends of mine that were lazy. And like I tell you, laziness compounds. You know, in the very beginning, when you take those couple of days where you're just not doing shit, right? You know you're being lazy. And don't get me wrong. I have days like that. I have days where it's like on Sunday, football season, right? I don't work on fucking Sundays. Now, if I have, somebody tells me, hey, I can only meet on Sunday for you to sell me this location, I do arbitrage, right? So I sell vending machine locations, ATM machine locations, and I also do real estate. So if somebody's like, I can only meet Sunday at 11 a.m. to do this deal, I'm gonna go do it. But generally on Sundays, I don't do any business. That's my day. And during the football season, my wife knows 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is my time. Labor Day to fucking every Sunday, Monday night, Thursday night, Labor Day to Valentine's Day. That's all I got. Let me watch my football. Let me veg out. That's all I want to do. But any other time is go time. I stay ready all the time. I literally could have a day where I have no appointments, right? No appointments. I wake up at 4:35 in the morning. I go to the gym. I work out. I fucking go home and shower and put a fresh pair of clothes on. And I might not have an appointment for any of my businesses that day, but I'm ready. Because sometimes people call you and they're like, hey, yeah, we want a vending machine, or we want an ATM machine, or I'm interested in selling my house. Can you come by right now? I'm ready. Sure. I'll be there in 30 minutes. I'll be there in an hour. I'll be there in 45 minutes. Stay ready. But laziness compounds, man. It's okay to take a day or two to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But do not let it become months, seasons, years, because you start to rationalize your laziness as normal. There's nothing normal about being lazy. You will never be successful in your life being lazy, choosing the easy things to do, choosing the shortcuts, taking the Ozempic when your ass could have woke up and came to the gym at 6:45 in the morning. Choosing to eat clean rather than take pills. A lot of y'all, you know what's crazy to me? A lot of y'all would rather take a magic pill to just cope with something rather than do the things you have to do daily to make your health better, to make your money better. I'm not a gambler at all. I had a spout where I tried doing sports gambling, and I would put like $30 on some shit and do like a 5-game parlay, and I would lose $30 and be mad as fuck. Lose 30, be mad as fuck. I remember one time going to the casino a couple years ago, and I lost $100 in like 15 minutes. And I said, never again. In life, you have people that gamble their way towards wealth. There are people who are professional sports gamblers, and I'm not knocking you for that. But the likelihood of you, Johnny Joe Schmo, who follows some influencer on becoming a sports gambler or sports bettor professionally is like 1 in a million. Too many people lose everything chasing shortcuts. Okay? Laziness compounds. You don't become a lazy old man without years, decades of being a lazy old man. You don't wake up one day and you're 400 fucking pounds. That's years, decades. That's meals of you just choosing bad shit over and over and over and rationalizing it. You feel me? I didn't wake up one day and I was 340 pounds last year. That was decades of me eating like shit. And then it was just like, nope, I can't do this no more. So then we started working on getting the weight off. And in turn, we're able to lose 60 of it already. You don't wake up one day and, and the thing is, everybody I know that is lazy. And if you're the type of person here, right? You wake up early, you choose the hard things to do, because honestly, there's no greater feeling than looking back. And this is why I tell anybody that is successful, keep a success journal. You need to look at even the days you lost. I still keep a journal. I've kept a journal since I was 5 years old. I have a journal on the Apple app now. And like I said, I've gone through compost books. I've had spiral notebooks. I've had a blog. I had a blog in the 2000s. I had a audio podcast on iTunes. Still on Spotify. It's called Kevin Hates Hip Hop. I had that for 7 years. And now I have YouTube. But I've always kept a success journal. And I use the journal app here on the Apple iPhone. And it's important for you to keep a journal of even the days when the days are bad, or when the days where things are just okay. You want to look back at all the work every single day you put in over the course of days, weeks, years, months, decades, and just see, damn, I compounded so much success to become who I am. And it's the same thing with being lazy. When you're lazy, laziness breeds hatred, jealousy. You know, people that are lazy love to hate people that are successful. And people that are successful hate people that are not successful. When you're a hard worker, you don't want to be around anybody that's lazy. And when you're lazy, you don't want to be around anybody that's hardworking. When you are a lazy person and you're around someone that's hardworking, it makes you feel inadequate. And when you're someone that's hardworking, you see someone that's just kind of skating, you don't want to deal with them. Both parties have resentment for each other. I know me. I have resentment for people that are lazy. I don't like lazy people. I don't like people who pipe dream and they shortcut their way through life and they just think that they're entitled to shit. I don't like any of that shit. I don't want you around me if you're that type of person. And I'm pretty sure people that are lazy, and I've had friends like this in the past that were lazy, they couldn't stand me because I'm not a lazy person. I'm the type of person where I'm gonna go get it. You feel me? And I have the foresight to where I'm not expecting things in my life to happen quickly. It took me, with the business I have now, the Pacific Vending Company, where, you know, like I said, we sell vending machine locations here in LA County and Orange County. It took me 3.5 years to get to the point now where we're compounding a lot of sales every month. And it was the same thing when I got into real estate with Pacific Home Buyers. Same thing with when I first got in the stock market, back in 2020. I remember starting off with just seeing a couple $100 in there, and then I had 2,000 in there, and then next thing you know, you got 5,000, and you got 10,000. Oh, now we got 20. Now we got 40. Now we got 100. Then we got a couple of hundred. It takes years. So you got to choose this. You got to choose, what do you want to compound? Do you want to compound being a successful, hardworking person with your dividends that'll pay off in the long term? Or do you want to be someone who's lazy, who hates on others, and is jealous of others? Because that lazy shit compounds. And don't get me wrong, you might find yourself in a really dark place right now. You might have had someone die around you recently. You might have found out you were sick. You might have lost a job. You might have lost a wife. You might have lost a parent. You might be in the deepest, darkest depression of your life. You might be homeless right now, right? You might have been up like a motherfucker a year ago, up working at Google or any of these tech companies out here, and you were making $150 a year. Now you're living in your car. But do not allow that dark place to define you. It's a season in your life, right? It wasn't that long ago I had an eviction notice on my door, right? It wasn't that long ago that I was paying the past due on all my bills because I couldn't keep up. Okay? Laziness compounds. I know this isn't easy to hear, but these are just facts of life.
The world's freshest. You